Shalom, shalom, all praises be to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahshai, Bishim Rakakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great most that were well, shalom to the hopeful elect.
So she's good with kids, which means
She's
she's
good with
very,
kids.
which means she's like,
She's very
so
soft.
she cooks
She's
clean,
soft, cooks clean.
very nurturing.
She's nurturing, but she's not gonna take care of a man because a man should take care of himself.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah, can we get the next contestant?
You got it.
She's teaching her daughter not to take care of a man.
So how?
She's gonna be.
So
Look,
she's single.
she's single.
She's still
She's
single.
single.
She gotta be.
That's why she's single.
Gotta be. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
So you heard it there, man. You know, and that woman was when you watch the video, I haven't watched all of it, I haven't watched it to the end, but I watched most of it. That woman's from Nicaragua, which there's a lot of Jakes there. There could be a sprinkle of Edomites too, and stuff like that. But nevertheless, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the true Israelites of the Bible. But nevertheless, that wine of Esau, that feminist indoctrination has spread out throughout the world. And, you know, as you heard from the mother, she's basically taught her daughter to don't respect men, just to be a consumer, a leech, and provide nothing, a parasite, in other words. That's what a lot of these women in the Western world are, man. That's why you heard Dean DeGray and Adrian Bronner talking about weight. So she don't even teach her daughter to cook or clean, and you know what I'm saying, to not love a man and stuff like that. So she's actually teaching her daughter the opposite of what the Bible tells women to teach. See, it's wickedness, man. That's why, you know, as very good, Dean DeGray and Adrian Bronner, they said next. That's good. And you see, this is what we need to have as men. You need to start. Hey, you need to start loving yourself. Okay, you know, fixing your insecurities, and you need to have a higher self-esteem, and the scriptures promote that, loving yourself. Okay, and we being a new creature in Yahweh Shai, because this world that we live in, especially towards men, they like to crush you, keep you depressed, make you a simp, you know, make you acceptable and tolerant to abuse, you know, especially a mental abuse, and keep yourself down, man. Because part of the agenda of the elites is to destroy the family and to keep men especially mentally and economically oppressed. Yeah, where you start feeling and acting weak. But yeah, they tell her to basically, you know, skedaddle, get out of it, which is good. If a woman does not want to be in your wavelength, she doesn't want to enter your world and do the things and be helpful towards your world, which is what women were created for, to be a helpmeet, then you have no use for. So you see, as men, you gotta start saying no, or I'm not tolerating this, or next. We gotta be like that, man. You gotta be picky. Yes, specifically talking about brothers in the truth, man. You don't just take anything. No, we have to observe and vet quality, good quality, classy, feminine, submissive, uh, beautiful characteristic women. Right. So let me get the scriptures. This is Titus 2 verse 3, and it says, "The aged woman likewise." I'll read an NLT to the right. So that woman from Nicaragua that they told next, she's an aged woman. Yeah, she's a mother, and basically the theme of that dating sequence is basically, I think, mothers are basically offering their daughters to Dean the Great, and maybe mothers might, if they're single, they might go and date Adrian Bronner. That's the theme. It's kind of like a pop the balloon type thing, yeah. And that just shows you as well, when men have the power, yeah, women will start offering themselves to you. And think about it. Do you think them daughters are happy? You know, they're basically enlisting to get with a man, man, or a Jake, popular, famous men. You see, women are attracted to power. They're attracted to status. See, you got even their mothers offering their daughters to you, and that's what it's gonna. That's how it's gonna be like in the kingdom, and even prior to the kingdom, which I'll get later on. But let's go into the point. It says, verse 3: Similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors the Most High. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers, and that's a big thing in this society, man, especially Western society. And if you read in the King James Version, it talks about first false accusers. There's a lot of women that like to make false accusations, man. And also, a lot of men, you're putting yourself in dangerous situations with women. You got to be careful. Yeah, we have to be honest. But a lot of women make false accusations, and your name is tarnished. You lose your job. Yeah, facing social disaster, man. Yeah? When you read in the scriptures about false accusations, if someone makes a false accusations on you and they get exposed for lying, they have to um, serve the judgment that was gonna be on you. And guess what? If they implement that law in the scriptures, you know what will happen? A lot of these lying, wicked, demon, um, destructive whores, thoughts, yeah, wouldn't be making a lot of these accusations. Okay, but because this Western wicked world is incentivized to, for women to basically get the bag and clout and rip you and suck you dry, this behavior is incentivized, man, because the institutions are corrupt. But anyways, instead they should teach others what is good. You see, so women are supposed to teach other women. Older women are supposed to teach other women, younger women, what is good. Okay, and what is good is found in the scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments, and wisdom, and so forth. Okay, these older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children. And this is a thing that's happening, especially in the Western world, is where women do not love their partners and their children, man. Mm? Yeah. Western world has an epidemic of baby mamas, man. Ancient time wasn't so. Yeah, that's actually baby mamas is actually a new thing. Yeah, multiple baby daddies, multiple sexual partners, multiple children by different men. It's disgusting, and it shows you what the values and and morals, uh, day by day, year by year, decade by decade, is devalued, man. Why? Because the world is continues to go further away from the Holy Scriptures, the Bible. Okay? Wickedness is promoted. Degeneracy is promoted. Yeah? These older women must train the younger women to love their husbands. What did that woman say from Nicaragua? Basically, my daughter doesn't do anything for a man. So what is she gonna do? So what is she gonna do in a relationship with Dean the Great or any other man? Just sit there and be on her phone on TikTok? What is she gonna do for the kids? How is she gonna train the kids to be um, with good behavior? Of course not, man.
Okay. She helps her out more.
You clean?
¿Su hija sí sabe cómo cocinar y limpiar bien? ¿O le ayuda a usted?
Le ayudo porque
Okay,
sabe
okay.
poco.
Okay. She helps her out more.
So no.
It was a no.
Does her daughter have a curfew?
Sí,
So
tiene
I think he was asking does she cook or clean, and she basically said, yeah.
horario para llegar a casa. O ella puede llegar a cualquier hora.
Eso sí está algo rebelde, no, a veces no quiere quiere llegar a la hora.
Oh, okay, okay. She's rebellious. She comes home when she wants.
Yeah.
Muy bien.
No,
You hear that?
Se acabó.
Said Dean the Great was saying that she have a curfew, and the mum aired it out straight. Good. She's rebellious. She comes home when she wants. Meaning what? She could be coming home 4 a.m. pissed drunk. Yeah, not remembering what she did during the night. You know, coming home with no knickers on and so forth, man. That's that Western mentality, man. That Western wine, that feminism, sexual revolution, all of that. They promoted this, and this is what we have in this world. Rebellious, I do what I want, and just bratty kids. It's like people that don't want to grow up. And I think when you watch the video, she says her daughter's like I think 28 or something like that. So she's kind of basically a big woman. Yeah, yeah, but she got a mind of like a bratty kid. You see, but it's good. The mum aired her out. That's good, and you can tell that the mum grew up with sense. You know, humble and stuff like that. She's Mexican, Issachar, so Israelite. Yeah, which a lot of them, them tribes, Latino tribes, you know, kind of cultural. And Jakes as well, especially Jakes from West Africa as well, cultural. But yeah, what turned Dean the Great off was that she's rebellious. She comes home whenever she wants. Yeah. Again, verse 4, Titus 2 and verse 4, it says, these older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children. So how are you gonna help? How you gonna So how are you gonna look after the children when you want to come home whenever you want? Yeah, how are you gonna love your husband? Yeah, if you're rebellious, you do what you want when you want. That's not going to be helpful. How is that? What's the word? Conducive for the relationship. Yeah, yeah. It's ratchet behavior, man. You can't rely on a female like that. And it says, and to live wisely and be pure, to work in their homes. You see that? Work in their homes, cook, clean, to do good, and to be submissive to their husbands. Yeah, rebellious is the opposite of being submissive. And they will not bring shame on the word of the Most High. Okay, these are the instructions for women, grown women, young women. And if you notice, the music industry, the movie industry, and in general, mainstream media promote rebellious behavior for women. That's why you got songs talking about I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. Yeah. It's if you notice the songs, you got songs like WAP, Wet Ass, P and all of that. All the single ladies, Beyonce. If you notice, all these songs are basically teaching women to be rebellious, hard-headed, not respect man, not respect relationships, no sense of being reliable or loyal. Yeah, it's very selfish. They teach women to be selfish and egotistical instead of a mindset of what can I give in this relationship. It's what can I get out of this relationship, and they're already planning their exit. They're getting with you to get out. They're getting with you to take something out. If you get what I'm trying to say, your money, resources, clout, whatever their ambition is, suck you dry. Succubus, parasite, leeches. Yeah, that's what Esau, the devil, Esau's down the elites has pushed this vibration into the world. So you've got to be careful of the women that you meet, man, and vet them, identify their intentions. The spirit will reveal it, man. Just stay clued up, stay wise, do what's right according to the scriptures, pray, and the Lord will reveal things, man. Yeah, our scriptures. It's Isaiah 13:12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man and the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay. Yeah, and that's specifically talking about the elect, the chosen men of Israel. Yeah, going to make us the prize. But men are the prize in general, but the world is not taught so. Yeah, but we're the ones that give the most, have the most to sacrifice. We are the strong ones. We are the wise ones. We are the builders of civilization. Okay, man is the one that built things to keep women safe. Yeah. Okay. That's the way it is. But the elect are going to be the superstars. Yeah. The elect are going to be the most wanted, the most desired, the most sought for. You know, in this world, it's the people like I show you in the video, the celebrities of this world. Yeah, they're the ones that desire. They got the money, the fame, and all of that, right? But soon it's going to be the chosen ones of the Lord, the ones that follow the Lord Yahweh Shemashai and fear the Lord. They're going to be the the ones that people are going to gravitate towards. 1 Corinthians 11:3 says, But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Mashiach, the Messiah, and the head of the woman is the man. So we as men are above women. Right? Okay. Yeah. And being above or the head means what? Yes, we are superior towards women. Okay. But with that authority and that power comes great responsibility. That's what, Dr. Octopus said to Spider-Man. With your power, you don't use it to abuse, but you lead correctly. You lead in righteousness. Yeah, you lead with good intentions. You lead responsibly. Yeah, we are the ones that are supposed to teach women, right? Teach them how to serve us. Teach them how to please us. All right. Yeah, and you, in the process, obviously, you look after women. Yeah, women have needs. Women have emotions. Women have feelings. Yeah, yeah, you consider your woman and things, but guess what? You are you are the last word in that relationship. Just like Yahweh Shai obeys the Heavenly Father, the Most High. Okay? Yeah? And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Mashiach is the Most High. Okay? Isaiah 4 from the top. I read in the NLT, it says, In that day, so few men will be left, that 7 women, which means a complete amount of women. It could be 100, it could be 1,000, it could be 10, it could be 2, it could be more, it doesn't matter. A lot of women. Left will be left. That 7 women will fight for each man. Yeah, that's what's coming in this world, in these last days. Yeah. There's a lot of women that are single out here. They got a job, living in their cars, single, bitter, rotten. Look at what's happening recently. You know, in these um, streaming spaces, man. Brittany Renner. Listen, bro, Brittany Renner. I think about 5 years ago, or whatever. Because I think she was into like fitness and stuff like that. People were saying that she's one of the coldest built, you know, lighty girls, you know, which is many beautiful women anyway. But if you look at her now, she looks hella depressed, man. Why? Because she drank of that feminist, wicked Western wine, thinking that she can get away with her looks, her beauty, and obviously get with celebrities one after the other and not settle down and thinking she can continue that life of a what they call it, a hot girl summer life, and do you know what I'm saying? Just being a rebellious fop, man, basically the typical. And guess what? They always the women before her that are old, they've been what she was. You see, she's getting in marriages. Men are leaving her. Kevin Gates leaving her. Yeah, the other was an NFL basketball young guy that had a child with her. He moved on and got another woman that's riding with him. But you see, the common denominator is that she's always left alone. Why, man? Because she used her beauty for wickedness. Yeah, that's what a lot of these women do when they figure out, oh, I'm beautiful, so I can get. Yeah, you can use your beauty to get the type of caliber men you want. But it's like they don't want to settle down. They're always looking left and right. Or what more can I do with my beauty? Yeah, a lot of these women are not sincere. Yeah, they're not raised to love men. They're just like I said before. They're just raised to extract and run men dry. Okay, rinse and repeat. Black widow spider. Okay, yeah, and just hopping on, rod to rod, man. It's disgusting, and that's one of the reasons why men don't desire women. You know what I'm saying? And now look at her. She's looking miserable and old, rough, hair all messed up. Yeah, she's in her early mid-30s, and now she's looking like she's past 40. You see? We keep telling you, man. The wall is undefeated. Should have settled down, found a Jake, and just settled down. Yeah, just be submissive to him, and that's it, and have babies, man. But anyways, let us. It says, look, women will fight for each man, saying. So the women are going to be desperate. Yeah, saying, let us all marry you. You see. So what is that talking about as well? Polygamy, man. A lot of women are going to be saying, look, man, all of us girls, we want you. And everybody kind of knows that anyway. When you pay attention to like celebrities and men of power, women just rush to them. Listen, Chris Brown's got, I think he got a kid or two, right? He's got a baby mama, blah blah blah. We all know he's smashing things in hotels, man. Come on, let's keep it real. But guess what? Do you think that's gonna stop any woman in the street from partnering up with Chris Brown? No. So what does that tell you? Women don't give a damn. If you're the person, if you're the top guy, you got the looks, the charms, the money, status, the clout, and every eyes are on you. Women will do what it takes to be with you, and they don't care if you got another woman on your arm. Okay, that's the reality. That's the reality, man. Let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Yeah, only let us take your name, so we won't be mocked as old maids. Yeah, so they're gonna be so desperate. They're not gonna try and burden you, yeah, or f up the situation you got going because it will ruin what they have. You see? So in other words, these women eventually, in this time, which is coming very soon, women are going to be desperately chasing men, yeah, to be having babies and to be looked after. Mm. And what was I going to say? Doing what you tell them to, being hella submissive and in order, man. Okay, especially for the elect. And guess what? The elect men are going to be very picky. In this world, the women are picky. They're the ones that choose. Let's keep it real. Yeah? They point out and decide who they can open their legs to, right? But in that time, the elected men are going to be picky, and we're going to be reading people's spirits. We're going to be because we're going to have spiritual power, obviously. God's going to raise us up, and we're going to be reading your life history, man. Spiritual Google out here. You've been with this many men. Yeah, You've been with this many men. I'm not feeling that. Nah, go away. Don't bother me. Another woman. Oh, hey, you got a rebellious spirit. Nah, I don't want you. Your maybe your old exes might try to holler at you. Hey, stranger. Hey, big head. All of that. Do you remember me? Yeah, you're gonna just air them, man. And that will be their judgment. They'll be left in the cold world to deal with the harshness. Is what it is. But yeah, man, just the video kind of inspired me because it was kind of getting viral. There was like a YouTube short where I think it's a young Mexican girl that liked him, and I think she was like she basically catfished him. If you know what catfish means, basically you don't appear how you look like in your pictures in person. Yeah, because in the picture she looked beautiful, but in person she was say average, decent. So he was like, "Wow, what's going on here?" Yeah. But yeah, that's really it, man. The main thing was Titus. Woman's got a position to play, man. Yeah. Read that again, Titus 2 and 3. Similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors the Most High. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, yeah, heavy drinkers, just wild. Women can drink but in moderation, yeah, and uh, in a limit that's lesser than men. They ain't supposed to be taking drugs and all that stuff like that. So instead, they should teach others what is good. These older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children, yeah, to live wisely and be pure, to work in their homes, cooking clean, looking after the house, raising the children properly, doing tasks, keeping busy. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with women working, doing a part-time job, I don't know, knitting, doing people's hairs, braiding up, you know, being a teacher or being a nurse. Those are nice things, and to be submissive to their husbands, then they will not bring shame on the word of the Most High. There was another scripture I'm trying to think of. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, shalom.
This makes no sense. Why is my